Safety, of course, very important. In the unlikely event, ladies and gentlemen, of any emergency on board today, I would ask you to please follow the instructions of the crew. They are trained accordingly, they know exactly what to do, and that's the safest way. Now, we've been coming out here for many years, we've never had an emergency, and I hope we don't have one today, so let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, downstairs, on the ground floor at the back, on the ground floor at the back down there, folks, are the toilets, okay? And in the middle downstairs we have the bar, a very well stocked bar with alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. We also have down there a little machine that produces tea, coffee and chocolate, and it's free. The bar is at normal bar prices.
And then there's, have you been to Harry's?
No, I saw it.
Harry's is like an institutional thing. They've got pies. They're a big pie place. We used to go there just for pies. It's just around the side, in front of these things. Yeah, look at the line. Well, we're just going to ask them to bring more.
Now, just coming into view here on the right hand from 1910. We don't use it anymore for that. We've converted all to luxury apartments. And there's a very famous person living here right on the corner here at the front. He's got statues of lions on the balcony there. You see those ones just to the right? That's Mr. Russell Crowe's home. And he's got the lights on there. You see the lights on? So he's home actually. Stars, singers, actors, all this sort of people often live here in this very convenient part of Sydney. And on the right over there, that's the Navy depot, our Eastern Navy base. is there. If you'd like to see it, well, it's up on top of the hill. It looks a bit like a castle up there, with palm trees growing around it. That house was built in 1902. Many famous people have lived up there. Well, the owner died about a year ago, and it went to market, which is kind of unusual in itself. But when it went to market, to auction, it brought $130 million, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, the most expensive house ever sold. He didn't become rich in politics, no. He was our best lawyer, Australia's best lawyer for many decades, and he made a lot of money in the law business. Well, it was later in his life, when he retired, that he wanted to enter politics. And whilst he was a very successful lawyer, he was a spectacularly unsuccessful politician. here and the W building, right? Now some of our best restaurants here, for example, Nick's Seafood, very, very nice. The Angus Steakhouse, very. And quite a few others, just all the way along the left-hand side there. This is formal dining. Now, when you get down to the W building, the landscape changes dramatically, and it's not formal anymore. It's very informal, with bars, cinemas, little restaurants there, just little ones, not fancy ones. Very, very nice down. All lit up beautifully at night with coloured lights. It's very nice. It's called Darling Square. Now on the right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the National Maritime Museum. That big brown wooden boat right in front of us, that's the replica of Captain Cook's Endeavour. Captain Cook sailed around the world in 1770. What a brave man. You know, if he was out here and got into trouble, there's nobody going to come and save him because, well, there was no way of communicating back to England. It was a 6-month sailing. That's the Maritime Museum. That's the Ship's Museum here on the right, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful museum. And you can go aboard Captain Cook's ship. You go aboard the submarine here, the destroyer next door. And a beautiful life too. You can walk with the koalas and the kangaroos, the emus and the wallabies, etc., etc., all running loose in there, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful place. We have a wonderful aquarium here. Half of it is devoted to tropical species because, well, the top half, the top quarter of our country is in the tropics. It is. And up there the sea life has evolved completely independently of the rest of the world. And we have species and types of fish and other sea animals up there that are unique to Australia. has just refueled the Carnival over there. That's a big ship. Thousands and thousands of tons of fuel got in there because they are very thirsty. Huge engines in there drink up the fuel to go cruising around the Pacific Ocean. Just behind that big white ship there, it's right in front of us, the Carnival. Just behind that is a very interesting part of Sydney. It's called the Rocks. Now, the Rocks is where Australia began. That's right. In 1788, when the first settlers arrived here in Sydney, they came into the Bay, went ashore, and the convicts were going to go on board. 700 convicts on those first ships. We're told to go over on the right-hand side there, behind where that big boat is, and build yourselves a little hut. We didn't bring any building materials, the captain said, but you'll find some rocks and some sticks and stones over there, and you build yourselves a little hut. Well, they did. Very crude. Very, very crude. The rocks didn't fit together beautifully like bricks would, so the wind would sail straight through the gaps. They had to use mud to seal up the cracks in the bricks and the rocks. Well, that worked until it rained, and then it would all wash away. You have to replace them. Sit there all afternoon, having a few drinks, talking to people, order some food from the bar if you want as well. It's not very classy food, just a pizza or some fish and chips, something like that. But adequate to keep your hunger at bay.
Yes, so too.
Now on the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, directly opposite the ship at the moment, there's a large sculpture. Can you see a big white sculpture in the park on the left-hand side of the boat? Well, that was a prize-winning sculpture crafted by an Indigenous Aboriginal woman. And this represents an Aboriginal fish hook. It's 1,000 times bigger than the real one, but the fish hook that was used here by the Indigenous people was made from the mouth of a little sea creature that grows around here. It's a shell, and the shell looks a little bit like a very small ice cream cone. Well, what they did, they collected the cones, they broke off the back part and just kept the mouth of the shell, and that's it. And they rubbed it on the rocks until it was thin and smooth and very sharp. And that's what they used as a fish hook. They were very clever at catching fish because that was their main protein in their diet. Have fish, so they ate kangaroos, snakes, lizards, and anything that moved, pretty much. Now, just in behind that sculpture, the left hand on the left there, is Government House. New South Wales Government House. This is a beautiful historic building from 1840, and you can visit there and go inside. They have every day they have tours. If you'd like to visit the beautiful old building, you can. It's been preserved in all its glory. You have to ring up Government House. You find the number on your phone, Government House and make an appointment to go and be shown through in a small group of people to view Government House 1840, ladies and gentlemen. That's not the original one. The original one was built just ahead of quick words on our webpage. That's on TripAdvisor. Sydney Princess Cruises is our page. Now, the boss, of course, likes to have some comments on there because now he wants to be sure that our offering to the consumer, to the public, is what they like. But I have an ulterior motive, ladies and gentlemen, because my job, part of my job, is to get comments on that webpage. So it means a lot more to me because that means my continued employment with the company. If I get some comments, I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, just drop a couple of words, mention my name. I'm Ron, the guide, and to say that you enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the cruise, doesn't matter, but if you mention my name there, on TripAdvisor, Sydney Princess Cruises. Just half a dozen words, mention my name, would be fantastic. I'll be in a job for a few years to come. Well, I'm getting on a bit now. I've already hit 82, so I hope to be here for a few more years yet. So see how we go. I'd be delighted if you just leave a quick note, mention my name. Now, in a few minutes, stay where you are for approximately 5 minutes. In fact, after about 3 minutes, I'll give you a call to call you down that we're going ashore. You don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, because if you come down earlier, you'll be standing on the rocking boat, and you'll be in the way. It will take us longer. So, you don't mind, folks, just stay in your seats for a few minutes after we stop, and I will call you down to go ashore. Would that be okay? Waiting for that boat to move out down there. He's in our spot. If anybody would like to use the toilets, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good time. You can have a few minutes alongside. The toilets are downstairs at the back. Just get the doors a good hard pull. Now you can imagine that this area around the Opera House for the fireworks is going to be absolutely full of people. As I said, we have 6 million in Sydney, 6 million people, and it's going to feel like they're all here. Well, they're not. Probably less than a quarter, but it's going to feel like it. You're pushing, you're shoving, making everything uncomfortable because everybody wants to get a good view and a good spot. Now there will be officials here controlling the crowds, trying to make it livable.